This show is proudly brought to you by tradercobb.com. If you want to get bi-weekly video newsletters on the markets that are not shown anywhere else, just subscribe underneath this video on the homepage. If you'd like to get some access to the free webinars to work out exactly what these trading strategies are about, pretty simple. Just go to free webinars. And if you've got friends or family and you'd like to learn more about blockchain and what the opportunity is, well, I've got a full 40-minute course there for you under free courses. Please share this link around and get involved and enjoy the show.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
Good everybody, and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Wanted to take you through and have a look at a couple of these pullbacks that we're seeing at the moment. I've talked quite a lot recently across YouTube, Facebook, all that sort of stuff about possible points of pullback, and I wanted to talk to them a little bit more. We've got a double cluster at 38.2, 50%, and the old level of resistance roughly around that $8,210-12 mark, right? And then below that, we've got a cluster of the 61.8 and the 50% coinciding with the $8,000 mark. Now, I sort of said that they're the last little bastions before potentially seeing a larger weekly pullback that could get us all the way back to 6,000. It's not off the cards. We're very overextended. And of course, a lot of people talk about when the market falls, they talk about how it's manipulated. Now, let me take you through and remind you of something. Yes, a little while back, I did an extension of percentage move from the November fall to the low, and it was 50%. Now, at that same point in time, when I was looking around at the break up on the weekly to suggest, what we could potentially get to, when I used the, I guess the analogy of what goes up what goes down can come up, and the Bitcoin can move very, very fast. Of course, it has done that. I took it from roughly around this area, and I think the post said something about getting to 6,000 or 6,200. It might have been a little bit around that 6,000 mark. We did that, and we've since moved another 50% more higher from that point as well. So we've definitely had a very, very abrupt change of market sentiment. A very strong move has occurred on that weekly time frame, and therefore the 6,000, it may come into play. It's just too hard to say right now. For the time being, though, we've tested those levels. The low is 8,005, right into that cluster point. So we've held above both levels at this stage. What this represents is the possibility that we will see a radical move back up. Now, that's unlikely at the moment, but if you recall from the pullback back that we had in the middle of May, you'll recognize the fact that it pulled back into that cradle zone. We had a low of 7,000, again a round number, and then a slow day the following day, then the next day after that, a very large move of $928. That was a big 12.78% move. And there's nothing to say that that won't happen again today, as a new candle will open in a not too distant future. Across the rest of the top 10, and I will say Bitcoin is down 4.5%. It's at $8,286 right now. Ethereum also is down. It's at $254. It's down 5.79%. Now, I don't like Ethereum on the daily chart for trading opportunities because it's just a little bit wonky for me. It's had a pretty wild day. EOS, another one that is down, but it's pulled back into that cradle zone. All right, it's rejected it so far. The low of the candle so far today was $6.86, and it's currently sitting at $7.34. So it has had quite a bounce back, as many have done in the last couple of hours. EOS is at $7.34, down 8.53%. Stellar Lumens, again, a pretty ugly looking chart at the moment. It's at 12.9 cents, down 4.94, and there's not really much interest from my view. XRP, another decent sized move down, recovered a little bit from those lows at 5.85%, down at 41.9 cents, call it 42 even. Litecoin at 108, it's just dipped below that 109 old support and resistance level, and it's having a little bit of a struggle. It did get down towards that 100, the low is 102. It's down 6.48%, but it's still in a nice uptrend there. Bitcoin Cash broke up the day before and pushed back underneath that resistance, again in that cradle zone, but not what I'm too interested in at trading right now. Currently trading at 422.48, down 7.65%. Binance back in that cradle zone as well. I'm happy to continue to wait for an opportunity here against dollar tether. It's at $31.67, down 5.7% as I speak to you now. On the Tron, and it's down 7.22%, sitting at 3.1 cents. If I saw a small bullish candle on the daily time frame that fits my rules, I may consider that, but not looking the greatest right now. Cardano also down 7.61%. No interest there for me on the charts. It's sitting at 8.4 cents. And of course, the last thing I want to touch on, because it has changed recently, is Bitcoin SV. Massive spike on the Bitfinex chart, which is quite interesting because a spike on the Bitfinex chart takes the price all the way down to a low of $44.76. It's currently trading at 183.89. So somebody got a good opportunity to buy some down there. If they were trading on margin, however, that probably would have wiped them out, simply because there was very little very little going on at those prices. I'm not sure how it would work on Bitfinex regarding stops, if it would have just wiped your stop out with massive slippage and therefore huge risk. I haven't traded BSV against the dollar before, and basically because it was just too crazy, I stand by that. But Bitcoin SV against Bitcoin, that's a different looking chart. It did not have that massive spike, which is quite interesting to me. So it was the spike. What this suggests is the spike is on the dollar. Well, the dollar didn't do that spike. So it suggests it's just a fat-fingered trade. Somebody just had a shocker. And that was what happened on BSV. It's down against the dollar 10.89% at 183.90. I'm talking to Bitcoin SV because I know it has ramped up into the top 10 again recently. So right now for me, it's about sitting back waiting for my opportunities. I might get some trades over the weekend. Today might be a relatively quiet day where I'm just forced to focus on watching as opposed to partaking, but that's okay. And again, don't forget that we could see a larger pullback. So far, those levels I spoke to are holding. Now, I'm going to get a video out at some stage today or tomorrow on the free subscriber list, so get across to that. tradercobb.com, just underneath the video, get in and get involved there on that, guys. So look, there's a few things coming out in the not too distant future. I'm talking about live classroom courses. We're nearly there. We're in the final stages of planning that, so we'll have some dates. So if you want to know more about that, then make sure you're on the socials. I'm going to be going live as well a bit more often, so get across Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, of course. And yeah, have a great day and a great weekend. I'll speak to you again next week, guys. Bye for now. This show is proudly brought to you by tradercobb.com. If you want to get bi-weekly video newsletters on the markets that are not shown anywhere else, just subscribe underneath this video on the homepage. If you'd like to get some access to the free webinars to work out exactly what these trading strategies are about, pretty simple. Just go to free webinars. And if you've got friends or family and you'd like to learn more about blockchain and what the opportunity is, well, I've got a full 40-minute course there for you under free courses. Please share this link around and get involved.